Well, greetings and salutations, Series 7 test takers. This is the Series 7 Guru coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas. Best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel. But if you don't have a Kaplan Q Bank, I highly recommend it as a paid supplement. With my 10% discount code at checkout, you can get it for $58.50. For that commercial, Kaplan allows me to give you a free look on Kaplan content like this. I'll help you with any test prep vendor question. It's just easier if the request is Kaplan because you can just send me the QID. In this case, 1356922. And I'm more than happy to video explicate it for you. For this group of test takers, they're kind of a fun group of gals. They formed a syndicate. They're doing it together, and they're buying tutoring together. By the way, my tutoring, I don't care, once you get the link, how many people you share it with. If you want to turn it into a class, that's fine with me. Anyways, here's the request. A customer is short 10 ABC December 50 calls at 2.5, and short 10 ABC 50 puts at 3.5. So what we want to have been able to do off the bat is say, okay, what am I looking at? Identification, 4 test questions about a straddle. Can you identify a straddle? This is a straddle. Second test question about straddles is, can you calculate the break-evens? And the way you do that is you take strike price plus total premium. In this case, 2.5, 3.5 is 6. 56 is our upside break-even. Subtract it from the put, and that's 50 minus 4, 44. Third test question is, where is it profitable? Silo, short inside, long outside. So if the market price of the stock is between 44 and 56, we are a winner. And the last was, when do you use it? When you expect a trading range. In other words, you expect, in this case, ABC to stay between 56 and 44. All right, so I call that the setup. That was just the first sentence. Don't know what the question is, but that's our setup. Before expiration, ABC declines to 40.50, and the customer is assigned on his put position while his short calls expire worthless. A month later, he liquidates the stock for 45. Well, 45 is certainly 1 point inside the break even, and so this is going to be profitable. But let's go ahead and make the T. It's going to be 1 point profitable. And I always say, fire up the T, fire up the T. Money out, money in, right? So we brought in 2.5 for the calls. Again, I like to do things per share. And then when I'm all done, multiply. That way you don't have a bunch of zeros floating all over the place. And then we brought in 3.5 for the put. So that's our 6 points in combined premium that we brought in. It says it declines to 40.50 and you're exercised on the put. Well, the puts are always the one that seems to throw people for a loop. Remember, when you're short a put, you have an obligation to buy the stock at the strike price. And so that means you paid 50 for the stock. So that's the exercise of the put. By the way, it doesn't matter that it's at 40.50. That has nothing to do with answering this question. And a month later, he liquidates for 45. So, the calls expire worthless. We liquidate for 45. And then we just net that out. We paid out a total of 50. We brought in 51. So indeed, we made a point on 10 contracts. And remember, each contract governs 100 shares. So that means we made $1,000. That is the answer to the question. And again, you could have just done the break even, which is 56.44, and 45 is 1 point in that. I'm a big fan of trying to understand the options to be able to track the money. If you get good at contract specifications, you're not struggling that a short put is an obligation to buy at the strike price, and you can track money, then you get 100 on options. All right, well, I hope that was helpful for you. I'll link to it in the video description to my lecture on straddles, score 4 more. It's a little short video on the 4 things you got to be able to do on a straddle, and I'll put that in the pinned comment as well. And remember, inch by inch, your Series 7 is a cinch. Yard by yard, your Series 7 is hard. And I'll see you for the next explication request.